I hope you're all ready for some crafting fun. I'm ready to share. Let me see if I can get my computer up. It says live right there. Oh yes, but I didn't turn off my sound. There we go. All set. Okay. So how is everybody today? I hope you're enjoying this cooler weather. Fall is right around the corner, so our nights are cooler and our days are nice with no humidity. I love no humidity. It's like 80s, high 90s. Hey, Miss Renee. Or high 90s, low 90s, but there's no humidity, so it's not bad. Hey, Barb. So I'm loving the weather. I think Bijou likes it also, but we'll see. I have a cute card for you today. Quick and easy, clean and simple. I kept it that way because everybody's getting busy at this time of year, but you still need to make cards and send cards. Hey, Karen. So I thought I'll come up with some fun, simple designs, and you'll see that it can be, and then I've got some samples to show you of other ideas. So hold on, I've got somebody asking. Where I am. So I wanted to let her know. She's trying to find me. She's new. So give me just a minute to do that. And I'll be ready to go again. So have you guys made your Christmas cards? I have got quite a few Christmas cards made, so I don't need a whole lot. I have a ton left over from last year that I'm going to go through and donate to my friend for the troops, find some masculine ones. So I've been focusing on trying to do cards that I do in my live and all, on masculine cards that I could give to her. She sends cards to troops and does it for different reasons, occasions and all. Usually she needs birthday cards. But I do send her a bunch of Christmas cards at this time of year too. So I am doing that. And hey, Jean. So I want to go through and clean out some of my stuff. And then I got to find my cards for the kids. I have a whole bunch of Halloween cards. I've got them in a bin, so I just got to find my bin. So I have those ready to mail out. And I'm just going to start sending out cards randomly because, hey, Marty. Ooh, watching from your craft room. Perfect. You can craft along with us. Thanks for sharing. I just, I'm in the mood to make cards and send cards. I'm also organizing my cards for a card sale. I've been working on that. I have some card kits that I've posted on Etsy that are just card bases and DSP and some ribbon that I have. So I've just been kind of working on some things to clear it out. Hey, Carol. So I'm working on that. I hope you have your beverage of choice because we're going to get started in a few minutes. And you have to have a beverage while you're watching. Sit back, kick your feet up, just like you're watching TV, except for I do all the talking. I'm the only character. And believe me, I am a character at times. Hey, Sharon. So I have that. I am playing with the painted, what's it called? Oh, goodness. Painted prints. I almost kept saying painted prints, petals, and it's like, no, that's not it. It's painted prints. Paper again today. But then I'm also going to share with you some other ideas. And what I did was, one was inspired by my pattern paper, and the other two were inspired by a stamp set that I got. So I'm working on that. So with that, I'm gonna get ready and Oh, good choice, Jackie. I hope I said that right. It looks like that's how it's said. All right, I'm going to put this behind me because I have been known to knock it over and ruin things. And let's get started. So give me a minute. I'm going to turn this around. I have to be upside down first, and then I flip it, and hopefully I have it better today. I did move my stand over some. Okay, got to go back a little bit more. And I'm still too far to the... okay. That's better. But oh, I will get this yet, ladies. At least it's not the craziness from before. But there's the petal prints. I mean the petal prints. See, I can't get this out of my mind. This is the peaceful prints. I'm going to shift it back just a little bit. And I love this paper for guys. There's some paper, patterns that are really good. And then there is the back side. So some great prints for guys. All right. Let me move that out of the way. And there's the card we're going to make today. And I'm still off. I'm going the wrong way, I think. Let me move it that way a little bit. And this is a clean and simple card. And I do have some hints for you. There's also a glare, which is the from the bedazzled paper. So I have that. So let me move this over to the side. All right, I think I'm still in the picture there. Well, daggone. I think I'm going the wrong way. Let me try that. All right, so first thing you need is a card base or your pattern paper. Ooh, I had it and I moved it. There it is, finally. Woohoo, close enough. All right, I chose the snowflake pattern because I love this, and I was going to use this, but I couldn't get it. I put it with black. Let me show you. It just doesn't do anything. It's not, I don't think it's really black. I think it's more gray, so I may have to try it with the gray. So I went with the snowflake card side. So then I had to choose my colors, and I thought black. I'll put it on black. So I'm going through the process, and that didn't look bad. And then I put it on white, and I was like, it's okay. So I reversed it, and I put it on the white and put it on the black, and I loved it. So that's what I went with. So when you're doing that, audition your paper and see which way you like it best. So I'm going to take, and my card base, I'm going to fold in half, and now I'm going to attach my pattern paper. I think I finally got this straight, which is good. And the white piece is your normal 4 by 5.5, and all the measurements, thanks Marty, will be posted afterwards. All right, now this goes on like so. And I knew I was going to have a piece in the middle, and I'm not going to add it right now. So I grabbed a piece that I had sitting around, a scrap. Don't throw your scraps away. They're good for lots of things. And I have the Snowflake Wishes stamp set. And I thought, well, it doesn't have to be a Christmas card. So I went for a winter card. And I just love that sentiment. Our friendship is one of a kind. So I stamped it towards the right side. My original thought was to use the snowflake from the dies, and I have some hints for you. But when I put it on there, it just didn't do anything for me. It was just missing something. So I went back to my stamp set and I came up with the snowflakes. And I thought, well, I'll add the snowflakes and see how I stamped it. And I've got that opening right there. If you take and turn it around, you can stamp in that opening by shifting it up. And you have a nice little cluster. If you want it down further, you don't have to shift it. You can put that in there, but great way to use your stamps in a different way. All right, so now this is going to go on here like so. All right, so let me get these pieces put down, and then I'm going to just close this so I don't mess it up. Okay, and let's see. I want it this way. I know I'm crazy, but sometimes I look at paper. When I look at paper like this, it looks upside down to me. I don't know why, but it does. But when I flip it around, it looks right side up. So I know it's just weird me, but I have that, do that all the time. And then this is going to go on flat. I wanted it so that it wouldn't cost extra to mail. You guys know that stamps are going up, and it's like, okay, so how do we do this? Still send our cards without spending a fortune on them. So I'm going to add that right about there, and if it's off a little bit, it's okay. Let me move it down some. That looks better. All right, so I'm going to add that there. Since I didn't use my snowflake, I had to come up with something else. And I really wanted some sparkle. So I decided to use some of the bedazzled paper and put it as a strip underneath. And I'm going to use my glue to put this on because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. All right. And your pattern paper is like 1/8 of an inch smaller than your base. Not your base, but your white panel. So I cut the strips and the sentiment one the width of the pattern paper. All right, now I'm gonna add that to there, and I'm just holding it a few minutes. Oh, that's okay, Sharon, I understand. It happens. All right, so I've got that on there, and that's the end of the card. So quick and easy, but let me tell you a couple of things. With our other glitter paper, you did much better if you cut it out from the back. So I tried cutting this out from the back. It did not work. And let me show you, I don't know if you can see it, but there's netting. There's just a little tiny piece right there that kind of holds all the glitter pieces on. And when you cut it upside down, it doesn't cut that netting. So you can kind of see it there. So then I said, well, let's see what happens. I cut it out with the die facing the glitter paper, and it cut it out perfect. Now I did run it through 3 or 4 times. I ran this one through probably 20 times, and it still didn't cut right. So if you're going to cut your glitter and you have a detailed die, cut it with your die on top of your glitter paper, not the bottom. And it comes out. I did this one like 3 times, 4 times maybe, and that's it. And it worked perfectly. It popped right out. No extra pieces to have to deal with. So learned that this has, and I don't know if you can see it. I hope I'm in the camera. It has netting to it, and I had to break all that netting, and that's why it wouldn't work right. It's not gonna, take my word for it, it's there. It's not gonna adjust because it's too close. So once I got this done, I went, this is such a quick and easy card. What else can I do? So I started looking at my pattern paper, and I have some of the Good morning, Janice. Thanks. I have some of the pansy petals, I think it is, DSP. It's pansy, the pansy paper. I don't know if it's pansy petals. And I thought, what can I do from there? Now, knowing that I send cards to my friend for guys, I thought, ooh, let me use the striped from in there. And I took, rather than use glitter paper, I took a half-inch strip of pattern paper from that same pack and added it. And my sentiment comes from Sweet as a Peach, so it's just happy birthday. And then my leaves come from Celebrate Sunflowers because I don't have the leaves in the pansy set. So I did that, and so that's a masculine card. And then I started, and I got this stamp set. Thanks, Janice. I got this stamp set in a retreat that I took. It's not a stamp set that I would have bought, but I'll tell you, it is a fabulous set. So I decided to use some of the things in here. So the first thing I did was I pulled out the Trick or Treat and the bats. And look at this. I used some of the hand penned, it's the free paper, penned something, penned pattern something, I don't know. It's the free paper you can get. And I created this one. And this time I used ribbon across. So if you don't have a lot of supplies, you can use paper. But if you have other things, pull in your ribbon. Oh, thanks. Barb, it's one of my favorite sentiments. So there's a Halloween card, and I decided to put it with pumpkin pie to pull in some other colors. You could also use Gorgeous Grape with it. That would be pretty. With it being black and white, you can use lots of colors. So there's one idea. And then I thought, well, how about Merry Christmas? And I pulled in, this actually was one that I used, but I chose this one, and you'll see why. I have the flower pot one. What is that one called? Oh my gosh, I had all of these. Let me see. Where's my catalog? Okay, that one is in the catalog, and it's Bloom Where You Are Planted. And this is the back side. Thanks, and, Marty. And I saw that and I went, you know, that could be for Christmas. So I stamped the Merry Christmas in red, and I stamped that image in Evening Evergreen. Now you could very easily use this one, but I wanted to try and mimic this. So that's why I did that. And then I had some, and I got very little left, retired ribbon from last year's Christmas stuff, and I put it across the top. So I used ribbon again, but it's a skinny ribbon, and this one is a wider ribbon. So there you go. I started with one idea, and look where I went. So many different things you can do with this layout. I hope you guys will give this a try and share it. Let us see what you have. Pull out your retired stuff. I mean, I use retired ribbon here. The rest of it is all current. But, you know, if you've got some retired glitter paper, use that. I like using my retired items up and to give you ideas, because I don't know about you guys, but I got a ton of it. And it's like, what do you do with it? So I'm hoping I've inspired you to go through your stuff and find some paper and create your card and then share it with us. Lots of seasons coming up. I did not do a Thanksgiving one. They do have in here, You're Such a Blessing, and that's technically what's supposed to be done with the fall one. They have birthday wishes, and then they have the hat, and if you wanted the Christmas one, you could have used the bulb. So Oh, good, Marty. I hope you'll share it with us. We'd love to see it. Share some ideas, guys. I share so much, and it's like, I would love to see somebody else's ideas. I mean, that's why I took the retreat, just to get some ideas from others. I do have some demos that I follow that I just love their work, and I have a bunch of challenge blogs I look at for ideas, sketches and all. But this one, I just thought we needed something clean and simple. And if your pattern, I could have done is I could have moved this sentiment down, and I could have put my snowflake up here, but still it's lost. Now, it may not have been on the other piece if I'd flipped it over and used just the plaid side. But so lots of ideas, ways to use your paper and to come up with them. And I'm going to put a piece of paper inside of them and put them straight into the box. I want to get that straight because I want to get that out since it's got Christmas cards in it to my friend Tina, and so she can get lots of Christmas cards. I'm just kind of cleaning out my cards so that I can send her a bunch of stuff so she can use. She's been doing this for a while, and she does it too. She mainly sends them to soldiers who are in like boot camp and things like that. Some of them do not get mail. They don't have family that write to them and anything. And she posted a picture earlier this week about one guy who got a card from them, and he was so excited. It was a birthday card. So these guys really, thanks Renee, really need to know that we support them, and cards is a great way to do it. All right, now that you've had a good look at all of these, let's go back to my face and give me a minute to flip it up. And then I gotta flip it around so that I'm not upside down. Oh, Marty, I enjoy it. I would love to send cards to our local nursing homes. I need to find out if I can. Some of them are really sticklers about whether they'll take cards or not. I guess with COVID, they're really worried. I'm going to grab my tea. They're really worried, and I understand that. So I hope, I've inspired you to, make some cards, share them with us, and then send them to people. So I'm like I said, I'm going to be sending out cards. I'm making it a goal. Barb, who's on here, my friend, she's so good. She takes Sunday and she writes out cards and mails them on Monday. I need to start that schedule. So you check with me and see if I've stuck to it. That means tomorrow I gotta get some cards ready to go and send them out on Monday morning. I do have some things to send out, so maybe that'll spur me. And then I'll use up some of my cards. All right, ladies, I have things to do, and I know you do too. So I'm going to get ready and sign off. And I'm going to be posting about the mystery stamping on Monday night at 7:30. Please play along with me. I don't have anybody playing with me. Thanks, Joni. You guys have a great weekend. Look for my post and play with me on Monday night. Bye.